It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We've had a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike, maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jason Pinnock there to end it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Second down and 8. It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. They get 21 on that one. First down, Miami.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll motion the tight end Smith. He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on third down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So on fourth down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Isaiah McKenzie to bring it back for the Giants. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their rookie quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Here's first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Connects with his big tight end, Hurts. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Try to pick this one up on the ground. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Out to return for the Dolphins, it's Braxton Berrios. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dolphins offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. McKenzie to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. A gain of 21 on that pass play. 1st down, Giants.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
2nd and 7. The run here with Devin Singletary. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 5. In motion, it's Robinson. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
That one is good. And the Giants are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. Lots of space past the 45. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Hill brought in motion. Right back to Mostert on first down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. They get the veteran, Teron Armstead.
Still second down.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. He'll find Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Giants leading this one early. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York. An extra point attempt to follow. He gets it to go, and the Giants are out to a 10-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Man in motion is Berrios. Tua gives it to Mostert. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. It is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Giants offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
14 on the pickup. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll look to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 23.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Back to the air one more time. The throw on the run is complete. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense about ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. He'll drop this one down to Mostert. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Man in motion is Berrios. They give it to Mostert. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Tua now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
By Andrew Phillips. A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Third and long. From the gun, here's Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Here's their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. First and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third down, 3 to go. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The Giants field goal unit out on the field. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Second down and 8. That's to Robinson. He's got it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They send the tight end in motion. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Giants.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That is caught. It's Robinson. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Up the middle they go. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
And that is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Hill brought in motion. No run out of the gun. This is Mostert. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Giants.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. Second and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Jordan Boyer on the tackle. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Giants first down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them. They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Connects with his big tight end, Manhurts.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Raheem Mostert and the Dolphins heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Second and 7. Now Tua. The second down throw is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. To the air again, Tungo Vailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing again, it's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Strong. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. In motion, it's Robinson. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Mostert now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, here's Tua. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Open man downfield, OBJ. It's a big play there for Miami. It's a gain of 34.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Now a screen set up for Achane. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Tua. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
You'll find Mostert out of the backfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time.
Still first down.
Tua to throw again. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground. And A big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
3rd and long. Here's 2. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They snap it to Tua. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Drive will start on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
First and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This a 44-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Dolphins will get just a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now a run. And he'll be taken down right at the 35-yard line. So a road win here for the Giants. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.